And I can be a victim of that at times, being a mother to a boy. But we have turned our boys into men that are disconnected from their emotions due to socio-economical beliefs and structures, the way the system should be when it actually isn't. And no, I don't agree. I don't agree with how it has become so extremely biased, and our boys have to grow up into disconnected men. I mean, when you're married to one and you realize that they are not connected to their emotions, that imposes many issues. You cannot communicate because they shut down, and they shut down through rage, and the rage comes from their fear, the fear of expression. And that is what is happening with us today in society. And if you yourself are a mother of a little boy and you're teaching him that boys don't cry, you are creating a disconnection in the man that he's soon to be. And that's not really a man. And no, also a man isn't someone that sobs and cries all the time, but he must express his emotion. And a woman isn't a true woman if she sobs and cries all the time, but she must express her emotion. They're both equal in expressing the emotions. If we look at females that have been through trauma, they have naturally grown into a disconnected woman, but it hasn't been biasly projected on her growing up. It just happened through her trauma or her experience or whatever it is that life has thrown at her. But a male is a different story, because us women, and yes, we somehow fall victim of this one way or another, even with our husbands, wipe their tears and say, get on with life, instead of saying, stop, hold on for a second. What are you feeling? Where is it coming from? Are you okay? You can express your emotions, and now let's work on it. That's the right approach. And then when we're dealing with our partners or our husbands or our fathers or our brothers, and we find them crying, we can't deal with the overwhelm of their emotions. And so we naturally shut them down. I believe you're bigger than that and stronger than that. And we give them all these sorts of words. What are we really doing? We're teaching them how to disconnect. And then we get upset as a woman when we're dealing with a husband that has been brought up in the same way by their parents and by their mothers or by their fathers. And then they impose on us an extreme havoc of rage, which only comes down to fear of expression, fear of expressing my emotions. That's all it is. And no, it's not fair. And I don't agree. We need to allow our partners, our children, every male within our life to be able to express openly their emotions by holding and counseling that space for them in order for them to express. And then if they would like advice, we must always ask, would you like me to give you a point or advice? If not, they need to just express. I mean, what does a woman want at the end of the day? She just wants somebody to understand her. She doesn't want you to give her things to do. She just wants you to listen. And the same for a man, except he's, unfortunately, due to society, has put him up in a scenario, a logistical thing that we have to abide by. But I don't agree. It's time to allow our men to feel their emotions and fulfill their cup of inner needs of expression by giving them and holding that space. And how do we do that? By expressing within ourselves as women. And when we express, we give them the same space to do the same. And we tell them, when you're feeling the same, it's okay to feel and do the same as what I just did. Of course, they're not going to scream and shout probably like you, but they will have emotions and tears. And that's my suggestion for today. Let's become more aware of how we deal with our men in our lives.